Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to break down a really useful English idiom that perfectly captures that feeling of intense focus. We're talking about the phrase occupied in. You know that feeling, right? When you're just so deep into something, a project, a good book, anything, that the rest of the world just kind of melts away. You're not just busy, you're completely absorbed. Well, it turns out there's a perfect and slightly more polished way to talk about that exact feeling. And by the time we're done here, you'll know exactly how to use it. So let's get right into it. What are we really saying when we use the phrase occupied in? What this really boils down to is being completely wrapped up in one single activity. You're so involved that you're just not available for anything else right then. It's not about having a long to-do list. It's about being totally engrossed in one thing. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, but why not just say busy with? And that's a great question. You totally can. But there's a subtle little difference here that can make your English sound much more precise. So, check this out. Busy with is pretty general. You could be busy with work or busy with chores. It's broad. But occupied in really zooms in on the situation. It highlights that you're actively involved in one specific thing. It's all about the depth of your focus, not just the amount of stuff you have to do. Okay, so we get what it means, but how do we actually build a sentence with it? Don't worry, the grammar here is super straightforward. It's a simple three-step recipe. First, you start with your subject, who or what you're talking about. Then you just add the phrase occupied in. And finally, you name that specific activity, usually with an ing verb or sometimes a noun. Easy, right? All right, enough with the rules. I think the best way to learn is to see it in action. So let's look at a couple of real-world examples. Here's the first one. She is occupied in preparing the presentation for tomorrow. See how specific that is? She isn't just busy with work, she's laser-focused on preparing that presentation. Now, for our Indonesian-speaking viewers, that translates to Dia sedang sibuk menyiapkan presentasi untuk besok. And let's look at one more. They were occupied in repairing the machine at the workshop all day. Again, it tells us about a single all-consuming task. We know exactly what had their full attention. In Indonesian, that would be, mereka sibuk memperbaiki mesin di bengkel sepanjang hari. Okay, time to bring it all home. Let's do a quick recap of the most important things to remember so you can start using this idiom with confidence. So, if you remember anything, remember these points. Occupied in means you're deeply involved in one specific task. That makes it way more focused than just being busy with something. The grammar is simple. Just follow it with an ing verb or a noun. And here's a little pro tip. This phrase is fantastic for more formal writing, like reports or professional emails where you want to sound precise. And there you have it. Now you know exactly how to use occupied in. I really hope this quick explainer helped. Thank you so much for watching. So, before you go, I'll leave you with a little challenge. Think about what's going on in your life right now. What new skill are you completely occupied in learning? Give it some thought. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.